Hello everyone, it's me again, coming back at you to talk a little bit about the case study for Read 665. So I'm going to go in depth and talk about the case study assignment option A, which looks like this, and case study option B. Now, I never tell a student what to choose if there are choices, but there's one that I'm going to recommend over the other. So case study option A asks for you to select a curriculum that already exists and asks you and a partner, of course you can work with a partner, asks you to identify what you recognize in this program as deficient in promoting content learning and literacy growth. Typically this is a 2 to 4 week unit or focus on a theme, and you are paying close attention to content and literacy instruction. You may have to go into, if this is not something that you are currently teaching or have taught, maybe a visit into the classroom that does teach this curriculum would be helpful, but more than one visit probably would be too much. I think one visit would be enough. So you are allowed for this assignment, as well as the other assignment, the curriculum unit assignment, you're allowed to work with a partner. You can certainly do that. So if two of you are at a school together and you want to pair up on this, that's perfectly fine. So you'll notice that, okay, so we have option A, which is looking at a unit of instruction that already exists, and then we have option B, looking at devising your own unit of instruction. So now, again, given the 4 weeks, I don't know how realistic it is to design an entire unit in 4 weeks and critique it. So I recommend, for the purposes of this summer course, I recommend doing option A, which I think that you will probably come to that conclusion on your own, but it's just something that I'm recommending to you given our time constraints. So you will notice that in Blackboard already uploaded are all of the readings, all of the pieces to this puzzle, and that's how I want you to think about this project. I want you to think about this as you're going to do it piece by piece by piece. You can't do it all at once. It's impossible, because you're going to have to read some readings and look at some videos in order to complete certain parts of the assignment. So it is broken, it being the case study, is broken down into 10 sections. You have the general approaches to literacy and content instruction. You have BDA framework, before, during, and after. You have the MSDE content section. The 4th section is readability analysis. Section 5, the discourse analysis of professional academic literacy practices. Section 6 is cultural responsiveness. 7 is responsiveness to English language learners. The 8th section is multiple literacies, popular media literacy. Section 9 is multiple literacies, internet web-based literacy. And section 10 is recommendations for improvement. So taking a look at all of these sections, that in this main paper here, it gives you just a brief overview of what's expected in that section. Now, specifically speaking, in Blackboard are documents that break down each of those sections. So you'll find a paper or papers, whatever the case may be, that outlines exactly what you're supposed to write for each section. Yes, this is all supposed to be in a narrative. Nothing's, bulleted or numbered. It's all written in a narrative, APA format. I have also, in our Blackboard site, are some APA resources that should be helpful to you. Purdue OWL is an excellent resource for APA format, just by the way. And I have a link for that as well in our Blackboard site. So, for example, Read 665 case study assignment option A, general approaches to literacy and content. That first section, it's all written out here what you need to address. And again, not numbered. It has to be in a narrative, but it's there for you. Then the case study, option A, cultural responsiveness analysis, are a couple of different sheets. I think I have 4 here that have checklists, things to think about as you look at the unit of instruction that you're going to be focusing on for this assignment. So there's that. Here is a sheet for the before, during, and after analysis. The disciplinary discourse analysis. The SIOP, analysis of case study curriculum, sheltered instruction observation protocol. This has to do with one of the sections of your paper as well, and everything is listed out here as to what you need to look for in this unit. So basically, you're scouring this unit and kind of looking at things and seeing what's there and what isn't. And that will help you make your recommendations at the end. Content and literacy standards section, there's a handout for that. There is a handout for the readability analysis, which talks about looking at the readability analysis according to grade level, Lexile, or Fountas and Pinnell. And here it's going to allow you to take a look at the texts that go along with the unit that you're looking at and conduct a readability analysis on that. And then that becomes a part of your paper as well. So each paper that you look at, each section that you do is a part of this overall paper. So again, you're building it piece by piece by piece. Parts 8 and 9, multiple literacies. It tells you exactly what to write for that. Part 10 is your recommendation sheet. Tells you what to write for that. And this is also a handout that kind of just, it's a general overview of case study option A, and it looks like this. So all of these resources are all on Blackboard already. Again, print them all out, chunk them together, get your case study option A information together, paperclip them together, and print out your curriculum unit materials. I wouldn't even recommend doing that right away. I would do that maybe in a week or two. Get yourself started with case study first. So you will notice that the case study is worth 60 points, and the rubric is included in the main handout that I showed you before. You'll notice the general approaches to literacy, content, and instruction, that's 5 points. The before, during, and after framework, that's 5 points, etc., etc. Everything adds up to 60 points at the end. That's what I will use as I grade your papers online. Okay, you will get, I'm going to try to do these rubrics, fill them out online so that I can email them to you, because at the end of your READ program, you are going to have a portfolio that you'll have to put together if you haven't started putting that together already. So you're going to need the rubrics for your assignments as well as the assignment itself. Now the assignment, the graded assignment, you can download and print from Blackboard to put in your portfolio. The rubrics, however, are tricky, especially since we're online. So I will attempt to do these somehow, maybe scan them in. If I have written comments, I'll figure that out towards the end. Usually I have a face-to-face meeting with some of my classes where I have an opportunity to hand out these hard copies of the rubrics, but with this class I won't have that opportunity. So I will work on making that digital as well so that you can simply print that out along with your paper and have everything ready for your portfolio. So that is basically it for the case study. I think that, you know, the best thing to do again is download, print these papers out, and start reading them and thinking about a unit at your school that exists now that you feel is deficient in the area of literacy, and go from there. The Next assignment, the curriculum unit assignment, again, I have a wonderful video explanation from Dr. Hart with the READ program. She explains it so well. So I've just left that be, and I'm going to let her explain that to you. That is included in our Blackboard site as well. And beyond that, if you have any questions at all, again, please let me know. I am finished with my semester. I'm a full-time faculty member with the elementary ed special ed program with Towson. So I'm just about finished with my semester. So if any of you want to get a start on things, I don't see why we can't. You know, there's no sense in waiting until, we don't have to wait until May 29th. So looking forward to working with you, and I will be in touch with you all soon. Thank you.